How House of the Dragon Turns Fiery Fantasy into TV Reality. That's the headline from the New York Times, written by Sean T. Collins, and it gets right to the challenge at the heart of HBO's Game of Thrones prequel. Dragons aren't just spectacle here, they're the single fantasy element the show allows itself, and they carry the weight of nuclear metaphor. Showrunner Ryan Condal puts it bluntly: you take a city with an army if you want it standing afterward, you can't do anything surgical with a dragon. Season 2 has pushed these creatures further than any previous entry in the franchise. Episode 4, The Red Dragon and the Gold, delivers spectacular aerial battles, while Sunday's installment, The Red Sowing, grounds the action in a deadly rite of passage as aspiring writers claim new mounts or die trying. Condal told Collins that in a big way, Season 1 was proof of concept for the series to come. They designed it to tell a compelling Shakespearean family drama that would build to a final act where we'd see the first dragon fight. In that Season 1 finale, young Prince Lucerys Valerion and his small dragon Eryx are killed by Vhagar, the enormous, centuries-old beast ridden by the one-eyed warrior Prince Aemon Targaryen. Condal describes it as a rhino versus a house cat. But it had all the elements: a chase, 2 dragons, 2 actors riding on saddles, and everything else digital, an entirely virtual sequence, essentially. Condal says if they could pull that off and get the audience with it, they could take the intervening year and a half before Season 2 to do the R&D to figure out how to escalate. Each dragon now has its own distinct look, size, sounds, coloration, and personality. Condal and his team work with conceptual designers through weeks and weeks of iterations to nail down the look of each one. The production maintains stat sheets for the different dragons, visual effects supervisor Dottie Einarsson explains, with details like size, strength, color, demeanor, and their first rider in the prehistory of the show. All of those things are important, Einarsson says, to be able to sculpt a multidimensional character, something that's not just a trope or a creature. When the designs are finished, they go to visual effects companies like Weta FX and Rodeo FX to be fleshed out into the living, breathing terrors we see on screen. It's a massive collaborative effort involving actors charged with piloting the creatures on screen, and it's paying off in some of the most ambitious creature work television has ever attempted. Thanks for listening.